Greetings to all of you from around the world and welcome to the beautiful Susaiwan Sports Stadium, perched here on the edge of the iconic Hong Kong harbour. We're here for the first test of a two-test series for the Tolly B Spirit Cup between Hong Kong and Kazakhstan. Tolly B was a famous 17th century poet and philosopher and judge and leader in Kazakhstan, so that is who the Spirit Cup is named after. I'm lucky to be joined here in co-commentary by former Hong Kong international Sam Fusey. Welcome, Sam. How are you?
Thanks, Cookie. Yeah, thanks for having me. Very good. Very excited for this test match that we're about to witness against Kazakhstan and Hong Kong.
Fantastic. And over your long, illustrious career for Hong Kong, you would have played against the Kazakh ladies a few times. What can the girls expect?
Yeah, the Kazakhstan team, very solid bunch of girls. I mean, you could just see their physique, right, as you're walking out here. Tall, timorous, solid girls. However, you know, Hong Kong just have to be smart, play to their strengths, use the width. Quick game will benefit Hong Kong here, but we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So looking at the Kazakh team, they arrive here ranked 15th in the world. They just lost out to Colombia 18-10 in Dubai, which was the final playoff game for the Rugby World Cup, which Scotland eventually went to. They field a total today of 104 caps. 5 of the players, though, have got 74 of those caps, but it's a team laden with youngsters, and they have an average age of about 23. So if we now pause for the Kazakhstan anthem. Rousing anthem there from the Kazakhs. Now the anthem for the People's Republic of China. So rousing anthems there from both teams, and within this Kazakh team, Yurova, Kamendrovskaya, Stepan Yuga on the wing, and Koshybieva on the bench. They all played in the Rugby World Cup in 2014. They've got 15 players from the Almaty club, so should expect some cohesion. And their coach, Anna Yukaleva, a 4-time participant in the Rugby World Cup, hands the captaincy to 21-year-old lock Karina Sazontova, only her second international. 8 players are under 20 in the Kazakh team, so very much an eye to the future.
Yeah, well, as the Hong Kong girls, the number of debutants actually is 10 new players getting their first cap for the national team today. You saw the anthem there. They looked very staunch, didn't they, Cookie?
Absolutely.
Both teams raring to go. And, of course, the referee, former Japanese player herself, Mayumi Takahashi. I recall playing against her. She was a nifty little fly half.
Oh, fantastic.
And now she's transitioned into refereeing, so it's good.
And I see that one of her assistants actually played in the Rio Olympics for Japan and has been fast-tracked into the game. And Hibiki Ikeda as the second touch judge. So
yeah, seems to be an all-Japanese referee team here. So good to get the three nations, Kazakhstan, Japan, and Hong Kong, represented here today.
So Askarova is looking to kick off for Kazakhstan. Kicks left. Kazakhstan playing from left to right as we look at this. And it looks like the Kazakhs have recovered that ball and they drive tight to the ruck. Playing one off there. Hong Kong soaking up the tackle but making it eventually. Some really good post-contact meters there from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, look, this is their go-to player here. Number 13, Shira, solid player for the team. She's recognized veteran, so she knows exactly what she's doing.
So, going from coast to coast here. The Kazakhs really looking after this ball. Now moving it wide.
Out wide here. Jess Eden calling Chow Mei Nam to help her out. She's a bit high once again. Ludmila Shira, she's gone from one wing to the other.
So digging in for that ball, Drobskovaya, the Kazakh scrum half.
Bit of a
Slight knock on there. The referee looking to her AR for a little bit of help there. So some pretty staunch defence there, Sam, in the early opening stanzas, that first minute and a half. Fairly frenetic from the Kazakhs.
Very much so. They didn't get much meters going forward from that kickoff. They're still kind of parked up at the 10-meter line. Good defensive play there from Hong Kong to absorb those strong runs. Of course, Ludmila Shira, you could see she was heavily involved in that first phase of play.
So this will be a real test for Hong Kong. The Kazakhstan team with two real warhorse veteran props. But Jess Ho digs that ball out.
Good kick there from Maylene Ryan. It's chased, however, the player was offside.
Touched it and it bounced forward. She immediately played it. So as you say, good solid scrummage there from Hong Kong. Aileen Ryan played her first game in 2013, but she's only winning her fourth cap here today, so she's clearly had some time off in between times.
Ryan's come back from some concussions, unfortunately. However, she's fully recovered. She's having a storming season with her Hong Kong Football Club side, and she really is the top fly half in Hong Kong. She'll be one to watch, and they will be relying very heavily on her boot.
Iris Lam with the throw. Rashini Turner off the top. Good to get her hands on the ball early. And advantage offside there. So Hong Kong with a free shot here. Looking after this ball. Hong Kong had so little rugby recently, and a second penalisable offence there. Deliberate knock on as Hong Kong were playing advantage. What do you figure? Are we going to see a kick at goal? Or
Possibly.
will they go to the corner?
Discussing with Chow Mei Nam. This is in her range.
And it looks like she's going for goal, probably about 28, 29 metres out. And calls for the shot. That should calm the nerves. I think Hong Kong have got themselves into this game quite well in this opening 3 minutes, Sam.
Yeah, well, Kazakhstan have given away 3 penalties in the first 3 minutes of the game. That won't be helping them.
As I said in the opening, they've got 8 players that would play for their under-20s, 104 caps in total, but 74 of them with 5 players. So it's a real blend of youth and experience, this Kazakh team. And just like Hong Kong, they've not really played a great deal of rugby, but they did play in Dubai, which sadly Hong Kong couldn't go to. It's a good solid strike there from Aileen Ryan.
Excellent kick there from Aileen Ryan.
She confidently turned as soon as she'd hit it. She knew it was good. So Hong Kong, just under 5 minutes, 3-0 lead. Dream start for Hong Kong.
Very much so, Cookie. It's exactly what they went out to do. You know, they absorbed Kazakhstan in the attack in the early phases of this half, and then, of course, Kazakhstan giving away some penalties. You could see Kazakhstan.
They'll want to mop this kickoff up, which they do. Good solid ruck there. Jess Ho gets the ball back to Aileen Ryan. Hanging into the sun there, but well taken, but a knock on there. So again, some real pressure from Hong Kong.
Yeah, solid pressure coming in there from Chan Chi Ching, Agnes, Taipei Dragons, Hong Kong Football Club player. She's going to bring the aggression all day. She's a solid, nifty little player.
Clever kick there from Ryan, knowing that it was right into the sun. It was well fielded initially, but the pass to the inside was dropped cold. So Jess Ho was put into the second scrummage here, and some real pressure coming through from that Kazakh front row, and
yeah, the ball needed to be hooked faster there from the Hong Kong hooker, Iris Lam. Needs to be quick scrums here for the Hong Kong girls, as the Kazakhstan front row and forward pack are pretty solid.
And from halfway there, the ball put into touch just inside the 10-metre line, inside the Hong Kong half. So some work to do, and they've actually got their winger, Tulaganova, young 18-year-old. So another knock-on by Kazakhstan, swooped on by Hong Kong there. Going down the blind side there.
Jess Eden, strong carry, good footwork. As we've got Chloe Baltazar. A few knock-ons both ways as Hong Kong, Kazakhstan take advantage of this. Numbers on the right here if they can get it out. Oh, once again.
Another knock-on. The referee is certainly keeping her whistle away from her lips. 3 advantages already in this phase of play. And no clear release, holding on the ground. And referee Takahashi, I think that's the 4th actual penalty that Kazakhstan have given away in this first 7 minutes. And there've been another couple of ones that have played on advantage as well. So Ryan.
Yeah, referee allowing the flow in the game as Ryan puts it out. Probably doesn't get the meters she's after, but it's out nonetheless. It's Hong Kong. Real test here for their first line out. They take it quickly. Great ball from Lam into Turner.
So spreading this ball wide on the first opportunity they've had, getting out to this left edge.
Shearer takes down Vivian Poon. Of course, they both know each other very well through the game of sevens. High shot coming in there.
Yet another penalty given away by the Kazakhs. As Hong Kong drive it up with the first receiver, Aileen Ryan, spreads the ball wide and gets it to Jess Eden in that wide channel. She steps inside. Good support there. Good support from Duck Lam. So playing one off. So Hong Kong actually making some dents.
Advantage over here is Agnes Titang does really well, gets it out to Sabay Lynham.
Great step on the inside there. Into the Kazakh 22 with ball in hand for the first time, but going off their feet, Hong Kong. So there was yet another penalty given away by the Kazakhs under some some pressure here in these early 10 minutes, Sam.
Yeah, unfortunately that's always been Kazakhstan. Their penalty count does not work in favor to them. However, it was great. You could see how Hong Kong trying to play Cookie, getting that ball out to the winger Jess Eden and then back out to the other winger, Sabay Lynham. Sabay Lynham, of course, one of the younger girls in this team.
So it's interesting to see that Kazakhstan are putting their winger into the line out, the young 18-year-old Tuluganova, apparently a star to watch for the future. Kazakhstan move this ball out to the
Good
left, trying to
there,
go
Natasha
through.
Olsen-Thorne.
Good pick and drive there.
Advantage.
So yet another advantage being played by the referee.
Play on.
Just digging in for that ball there.
Away, tackle. Thank you.
Hong Kong playing with some good precision here at the moment, and just as I say it, commentators
No advantage.
curse dropped the ball on the blind side there, but we're back for the earlier knock-on advantage.
Two knockouts.
Yeah, the girls are playing with a lot of confidence here, Cookie. You know, having a go, stretching up play, open side to blind.
No.
So an injury here, the mechanics on for Kazakhstan. Prop forward. They'll be very anxious to repair her and get her back into the fray
No.
after that last scrummage.
No. Only.
Yeah, Kamendrovskaya. She was instrumental for the Kazakhstan team in Dubai.
So the new protocol, which is a law variation that's being tried out, trying to keep the water carriers off. There'll be 2 prescribed water breaks, but at all other times water carriers got to stay off the field, only medics on the field. They're apparently allowed in goal and in the technical zone on this near side of the ground.
They play.
So looks like the prop forward has got a bit of a corked thigh there, Sam.
Yeah, nothing like the magic ice bag. A couple of rubs and she's back into action.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
As I said,
Two knockouts.
Natalia Kamendrovskaya,
By you.
she's a key player in this forward pack.
32 years of age, 15 caps,
So two knockouts.
and she played all the way back at that World Cup in France 2014 when Kazakhstan went as the representatives of Asia. So Jess Ho with his feed, already under pressure there and going down.
Second scrum penalty here. Oh, first scrum penalty actually for the Hong Kong team, but the second scrum they've lost against Kazakhstan. The advantage the referee plays should be in favour for them as the ball doesn't go out here, Cookie.
And a shaver misses touch. Jess Ho makes a good catch. And Hong Kong recycle this and drive nice and tight in order to get Jess Ho up from the bottom of that previous ruck. They'd be pretty disappointed with that, Kazakhstan. If anything, they need to slow this game down and stop Hong Kong running from side to side. So taken back. Ryan puts in a great kick over the head of the winger, and she looks to bring it back.
No advantage, offside being called.
Red advancing in front of the kicker. That's a real coach killer of a mistake.
Number 7 in front of kick up.
They'd actually pushed Kazakhstan back deep into their own half and were looking to put pressure on.
Kazakhstan confidently turning down the 3 points. First time they've entered Hong Kong's 22 here.
So it's interesting to see a lock forward kicking for goal, and we've got a winger jumping in the line out. So some real innovative thinking from the Kazakhstan coach. I'm guessing that you would have played against her, Sam, back in the day.
Yes, Anna Yakovleva. She's a former 7s and 15s captain and player for the Kazakhstan women's team. Really is one of their legends.
Overthrown there, but Kazakhstan come up with the ball. And Attacking now deep inside the Hong Kong 22, moving it to this right wing. A show and go there by Stepanuga, one of the experienced players for Kazakhstan.
Defense coming in there from Duck Lam. She's strong as ever, of course, former Hong Kong beach handball player.
Not clearing number 5.
So not releasing on the floor there.
Behind 5 meters.
The referee gives the penalty to Kazakhstan. Be interesting to see whether they try and use the scrummage or no, it looks like they're going to kick to the line out.
Yeah, penalty count has turned.
Oh no, looks like they're going tight. Some good solid first up tackle there, knocking them back, but they're going to need to repel this here. Kazakhstan keeping it really tight to the ruck here. Be interesting to see whether they do play out the back. They do. Good step there, but good covering tackle.
Agnes Chan and Natasha Olsen-Thorn working hard together. Offside once again, unfortunately, is being caught for the Hong Kong girls.
So playing with a free ball here, using house money. Good drive there from Christina. And another good drive there. Getting in over that ball, but unable to jackal it.
Yeah, some solid hits coming in from Baltazar and Mei Nam. However, Hong Kong have given away 4 penalties in a row here, Cookie. Kazakhstan know they're under pump as a quick tap's taken.
So about 2 yards away from the Hong Kong line. Hong Kong don't want to give anything easy away here. Don't give them a free shot. Another good first up tackle there. Some good line speed there from Iris Lam.
Some space out here on the right as they get it out to Ludmila Shearer once again. She is their go-to player so far in this first half. 15 minutes into the game.
And it's the opening try of the game. As you said, Shearer has carried the ball quite ferociously all the way through. But Hong Kong got narrowed up there, Sam, and the spaces were out wide. Was a well-worked try from Kazakhstan in the end.
Yeah, Ludmila Shearer with all the experience, 15 caps in the 15s game. However, many more in the 7s game. She's their go-to player. She was their go-to player in Dubai, and it seems as if she's their go-to player here.
So Maria Krishina taking a few deep breaths in her pre-kick routine here. Almost out on the 5 metre line, so not the easiest of place kicks for your first one. She steps up and she's given it a good strike, but it just fades off to the right. So 5-3 to Kazakhstan. We've played 16 minutes and we're now going to have a quick water break. As I said, this is a global law trial, probably bought in to evade the Rassi Erasmus tactics of constant water breaks. So I think the players have actually had their water break, but there's no ball on halfway.
Thank you.
So just like London buses, nothing and then 2 at the same time. So after a really promising start from Hong Kong, they're now 2 points down, but I don't think it's time to panic yet.
It was Ryan fields a kick deep in the Kazakhstan 22. Hong Kong know exactly where they want to play. It's touched by Agnes Chan, but it's gone back, picked up by Olsen Thorn.
So
just not linking up very well.
So playing advantage again here. Ryan trying to get after the ball. It's like a hot potato there at the moment. And Kazakhstan rucking hard. Good counter ruck there, and they've come up with the ball. Now they move the ball to this right wing again. Good tackle there. Some good line speed there.
Olsen Thorn.
Tash, one of the most experienced Hong Kong internationals we've ever had, 25 caps, all the way back to 2010 when she played.
Once again, here she is. Tash gets under Shearer.
Knocks her backwards. They need to do that a few times. Good drive there from Zenia Kim, the Kazakhstan hooker. Going with the heavies and these one-off runners.
Some space out here as Ryan and Jess Eden look to link up together. Solid cut and play here by the Kazakhstan back three.
Great play there. She stepped inside, took the cover, and she doubled around there.
Galina Krasavina.
So the fullback getting given the pass and then getting around the outside. So that's a second try inside a couple of minutes for Kazakhstan. Let's hope this is not the sign of things to come. Hong Kong had possession of that ball, Sam, and coughed it up.
Yeah, Kazakhstan just doing a lot more when they have ball in hand. Going forward, gaining those meters, making those line breaks. Hong Kong have had a couple of unforced errors. It's just not helping them.
So another tough kick for Grishina. Right out on the far left-hand touchline at the Susai 1 pitch. It's one of the wider pitches in Hong Kong. She gives it a good strike, and it's over. It just snuck over the bar. The touch judge had to bend down to make sure. So that is now a 12 points to 3 lead.
Yeah, excellent kick there from Grishina. Bit of a John Eales type second row player. Scrum and kick.
Rolling back the years there. So the skipper on the field at the moment, co-captain Tash Olsen-Thorne, having a quick word with referee Takahashi. Obviously asking her to look at something. So Aileen Ryan now kicking off, 12-3 down to Kazakhstan, puts the ball up in the sun. Well taken by the Kazakhs. And a good one-off drive there. Good ball away from Droboskaya, and Hong Kong caught offside there again.
Vivian Poon, great catch of the ball, an excellent carry. She's got 10 meters here. She's a diminutive little player, Vivian Poon, but she knows how to weave through. There's Ryan, there's a bit of space on here, gets it out to
the
Thorne.
back, and Olsen-Thorne with that ball. It sadly gets bundled into touch there. A little bit side to side, needed a little bit of straight running there, Sam.
Yeah, I agree. Not managing the sidelines well, actually. Like to see Hong Kong take their forwards on a bit more here. Most of the time, they've just gone out the back.
So, throw in Eurova, loose head prop, throwing this one in.
Excellent intercept there from Chow Mei Nam. Well read, got in front of the ball. Hong Kong, something's on here. There's a player down. Baltazar carries. Quick ball needed. Good change in direction as Vivian Poon spots a gap.
Really strong through the contact there. They've got Kazakhstan reeling a little bit here. Great offload there. And a great line. Jess Ho digs that ball out to Ryan.
Good play from here from Hong Kong. It's the first time they're in there. 22. Let's
needs to run straight.
Go Jess Eden. She needs to pin her ears back, and she's in. Excellent try.
Fantastic finish there by Jess Eden.
Excellent try there from Jessica Eden, the winger from Valley. She's had a few carries so far in this game. She's lethal with the ball in space.
There was some fantastic lead-up play there. Great offload by Borlung. Drive through, and then the ball spread wide through the halfbacks. Tash Olsen-Thorne drew the final defender, gave the ball to Jess Eden in space, but she still had some work to do there. So Hong Kong got themselves a foothold back in this game.
Yeah, you could see what they do when they go forward with the ball, right? The forwards having a go, being confident, got a good tip pass on, a few more meters forward. recycled the ball and got it out to the wing.
So, Aileen Ryan has got this kick wide out on the right-hand touchline. She struck a good kick for her penalty conversion. And she comes. It's a reasonable strike, but just under the bar. So 12-8 Kazakhstan. Hong Kong working their way back into this game. Hong Kong looking really confident on the ball when they've got it in their hands, Sam. It's good to see.
Yeah, you know, as I said, the Hong Kong girls just need to take that ball forward a bit more. They need to back themselves, trust each other. Kazakhstan with 2 early tries. Hong Kong have come back with one of their own.
So Askarova. Oh, that's a poor skill execution there, putting themselves under pressure. The last thing, having just scored, that they wanted to do is be facing down the barrels of a scrummage just outside their 22 on the left-hand touchline here.
Yeah, she'd be disappointed with that. Former Hong Kong captain, Chami Nam, all the experience. She knows this will cost them.
So Kamendrovskaya, the tight head prop on this side, looks like she's got over that cork leg she had 10 minutes ago. That's a better shape from the Hong Kong scrummage there.
Good pressure on here from the forwards as they fish it out.
So moving the ball, blindside winger comes in, and she's dropped that
Play on
one
here,
cold.
let's go.
And Poon runs straight into Shearer there. Would have looked like the lights were going out, I would imagine, as Shearer must be all of just under 6 feet tall, I would imagine. Pretty daunting prospect running down that outside centre channel.
Yes, Shearer. As you know, we're going to say her name all game. She is a figure. Sticks out both physically and her skill-wise. But Hong Kong had a good scrum earlier. Kazakhstan not gaining much meters. It's gone from one end of the 22 to the other.
So Jess Ho with this feed. Really got to concentrate. Kazakhstan have got the push on there. But walking around, going round the corner.
Yeah, it's not needed from the Kazakh girls. They need to back their whole front row.
So some real good work there from the Hong Kong front row.
Yeah, it's a very young front row. A couple of new debutantes, both at the loose head and tight head, with Rossetti Chang and ball. As the ball doesn't go out here, Ryan would be disappointed with that. As Kazakhstan play on, but pressure coming here from Chame Nam makes the tackle.
So Kazakhstan recover the ball from that mistake. Good drive there by Kibasheva, Kamendrovskaya. But now they move the ball wide into these outside channels. Hong Kong have got to really shift across, getting pulled over to that left edge.
Good.
And it looks like Hong Kong have got their hands on it. Good turnover there.
Yeah, excellent there. Good read over the ball. Tash Olsen-Thorne, she does that in the game of sevens. Good transition of skills.
As we know, Tash is a very powerful athlete. Very strong and hard to move once she gets locked in over that ball. And Aileen Ryan makes sure that that one is into touch just inside the 22.
No, quick.
See Kazakhstan here trying to disrupt Hong Kong's flow. Hong Kong's lineouts, they get in and organize early and they get it up. Looks like Turner.
Good take there. Safely out into the hands of Ryan. And now Thorne. Vivian Poon putting on some footwork there. Does well to stay in field there. Tash getting over, covering that ball up. Thorne digging this one out. Goes to Ryan.
She needs a bit of help. She's isolated.
Great
Turner.
drive there by Turner.
Sorry.
Ryan getting round the corner. Really good work here
Needed to
by Hong
happen.
Kong.
Agnes Chan, she needed to straighten up. The girls are going from side to side. Someone needs to carry that ball forward as Turner does just that.
Rashini
Release.
Turner, she's got that ball. She looked after that well. A good drive there, close to the ruck.
No hands.
Chow Mei Nam forcing the penalty. Kazakh team were under quite a bit of pressure there.
Yeah, you know, that's what the Hong Kong girls need to do. They need to go forward more with the ball. They're relying quite heavily on their backs, which end up drifting currently so far.
Okay. Let's go.
They gain
Get
meters
mark.
when the forwards go forward.
Let's break.
So it looks like Ryan is going to go to the corner here and back the line out. Hong Kong have won certainly their best ball.
No,
Gotta-
keep.
Got to be honest, not the greatest kick there from Aileen. I think it almost went backwards.
I think so too. 3 meters back
So Iris Lamb,
and not straight. That's a shame, you know, a waste of a play. Iris Lamb would be disappointed in herself.
yeah, she's got head in hands there, but she needs to put that to
Sorry.
the back of her mind and
Before
bring
the
her mind
scrum.
into the present.
3 inside.
So it's a scrum or line-out option. Must be interesting out there with a Japanese referee who's speaking very good English,
Get mark.
but the Kazakh girls probably struggling a little bit with the language. So Drabonskaya
Touch.
putting the ball in here.
Point. Set.
About 10 metres from their own line, so Hong Kong need to work hard to keep Kazakhstan in here. And
Stop.
Clearing
Yeah, good.
kick, but it's just gone down to the middle. It's going to fall into the hands of Vivian Poon. She's got nifty footwork. Poon just runs into about 4 Kazakh girls.
No hands.
she's
Yeah.
done very, very well
Quick
there in
ball
the
needed,
contact.
Jess Ho.
Jess Ho goes to that short side on the right-hand side
No
there.
hands.
Hong Kong clearing the ball technically. Kazakhstan looking like
You
they...
are entry.
Interesting. It looked like they were well ahead of the back foot there, the Kazakhstan midfield backs, but pinged for coming in from the side.
Okay.
So Grazina has the
Time off.
ball, and
Water break.
we go to the second water
Yeah,
break
put it the ball.
of this
Thank you.
first half.
And
30
water
minutes
break,
in,
water break.
and
Water break. Yes.
Kazakhstan holding a slender 12 points to 8 lead.
Yeah, momentum was with the Kazakh girls in the first part of the half, wasn't it, Cookie? And it's good to see the Hong Kong girls keep their heads up and get back into it with a try themselves.
Absolutely. I think Hong Kong are probably playing technically pretty good. They're looking pretty proficient around the ruck, clean and tidy. That's probably the first attacking ruck error they've made and had to go in at the side. They have looked after the ball, and it was good to see on that kick reception there. Poon, she took the ball. First thing to do was look up and scan the field, which was good to see. And then she got rushed by a few defenders, but she was really strong in the contact and got the ball back, which was fantastic to see.
Yeah, Vivian Poon is going to be very important at the back there for the Hong Kong team. An experienced player herself. She's got a great boot, good footwork when she's in space.
ありがとう、響ちゃん。
You know, the Hong Kong girls here will be relying on their fitness. They're a well-drilled side, and they know they've come in the fitter team.
There's the skipper, Tash Olshenthorne, in the middle there, talking to Poon.
Giving a bit of guidance to Sabay Lynham, one of the youngest girls in this team. First cap.
You can
Straight on
see-
to starting.
You can see that there's a lot of confidence and no panic there. Chow Mei Nam, one of the most experienced Hong Kong forwards there. She's been an absolute warrior for Hong Kong over the years, as you said, former captain and a phenomenal athlete.
She is. Chow Mei Nam's great story for her. She joined one of the rugby summer courses beginner summer courses as an adult, and a couple of years later captained the team at the World Cup, as you do.
You okay?
Now she's picked up in both the 15s and 7s program.
Let's go.
So as the sun is setting, we've got shadow over probably 3/4 of the pitch now, Sam, which will very much favour Hong Kong. Kazakhstan have had to play
A penalty. No.
into the sun with the sun in their eyes, which has caused them a few problems early on.
Yes, Hong Kong got the better end of that coin toss.
And 3.
It's time on's called here, 10 minutes.
To half time. That's another poor kick by the Kazakhs, missing touch, and Poon carries that. Not held, gets back up.
No.
And so coming around offside there. Pretty poor mistake by such an experienced player, Yurova, coming around there.
Yeah, once again, Kazakhstan coaches Yakovleva should be disappointed in that. That's always, it's the little unforced penalties that Kazakhstan give away that does not help them. Keeping
Well,
Hong
that's
Kong
a
in the game.
Good kick from Ryan. She's carved off about 30 metres there.
So Hong Kong girls walk into this line out. It's nice, good momentum as they
Iris
organise.
Lam
Go to
needs to
Chow
nail her
Nam.
darts here. Chow Mei Nam. It's I believe it was a knock on. And Kazakhstan have come up with the ball. So Hong Kong doing job A well and then getting job B wrong a few times here, unable to keep pressure on the Kazakh team. Going to the one-off runners. Good line speed here from Hong Kong though.
Yeah, good organised defence. They're not committing that many into the ruck. 14, 15 players on their feet as Shearer gets a bit of pressure on, but she gets the ball out. Sabay Lynham forces the kick, just bounces in the inside. It's still on here as Poon gathers. Fortunately,
I'd have said that was close to being a penalty, diving on the player who was on the ground. But Shearer hit pretty hard there by Tash Olsen-Thorne just as she was releasing the ball. I think Tash is really trying to impose herself physically on this.
yeah, we spoke with the girls last night about doing that, being aggressive, not being nice.
So Yurova with this line out, she taps it, but Hong Kong get through.
Chow Mei Nam once again.
Coming up with that ball.
Yeah. Stop.
Jess Ho digging in for that ball.
Baltazar with the carry. Agnes Chan latches on. You can see she's driven back there by the tight head prop, Kazakhstan.
Back to Ryan. Hong Kong need to make sure that they don't advance in head of the kicker. So good work here.
Kamendrovskaya.
The pick and go tight to the ruck. But Hong Kong the match of it.
Good line speed here. Chow Mei Nam, well read. It's Kazakhstan going back here. Pressure keeps on coming. Olsen-Thorne works it out. They get it to their go-to player, Shearer.
Shearer and she's latched onto that ball fantastically well there.
Excellent. Chloe Baltazar. Solid play there. One of two sisters in this team. Michaela being the youngest one. Chloe Baltazar, solid turnover.
Studying biochemistry, I understand. At,
Yes, the Baltazar girls, not only strong, but brains as well.
And that's a poor kick by Ryan. Maybe went to try and carve off a little bit too much. But they've got them under pressure here. Need to make sure they give nothing away. So Kazakhstan playing one off there. Great
double
tackle
hit,
there by
Rashini
Rashini.
Yeah, Eileen Ryan needs to get these kicks out and not helping.
Could be on the wrong side here, but it's given as a Kazakh feed for the scrummage. So some really good pressure there from Hong Kong after a poor kick to touch by Ryan.
Yeah, good pressure. Ryan needs to start getting these kicks on point. 5 minutes left in this half. Hong Kong would really benefit
So
getting a try in.
So Tang, Lam and Ung, the pressure is on to really concentrate here, not to give anything away. Force Kazakhstan to either try and run this ball out or kick it, and then put the pressure on from whatever's resulting. Don't want to give them a free ball out here, and a penalty.
Yeah, Rossetti Chang, the guy who loose head prop. She's up against Kamendrovskaya, debut player against someone that's coming in with all the experience. She's doing well so far, Rossetti Chang. She's getting folded there, however. Pressure's on. And excellent pressure coming in there.
Fantastic work there.
Not controlled there by the Kazakhstan number 8.
Balling absolutely munched her opposite number there. And this is fantastic to see this young front row taking on this really experienced Kazakh front row. Fantastic to see.
Yeah, Balling, once again, she's also in debut today, Cookie. She holds the Hong Kong record for the javelin.
To this day.
Yes. Good transition of skills. Really forming her name as a tight head prop.
She's probably performed at this stadium throwing a javelin at some point in her career. So Jess Ho
with the pick up, Duck Lam with the pick. Go, just
coming back to this blind side.
Sabay
Good feet there. Hong Kong need to look after this ball. Good clear out there. Chow Mei Nam carries the ball. Good support there, driving through.
Couple of penalties. The ref calls time off. Something might be on here.
This could be a warning.
Sorry, put it down. Put it down, please. Yeah.
I think there's maybe a flag. Oh no, it's going to be talking to the captain. There obviously have been a fair few penalties. I would think we must almost be into double digits.
Yeah.
2 penalties. Number 2, second time. Yes, so be careful.
So the referee is issuing a final warning.
Okay, number 2, second time. Okay.
So the hooker there, Zenia Kim, being penalised. I'm sure Hong Kong will probably look to go to the line out here, will they? Oh no, the quick tap from Jess Ho.
There's a bit of space here. It's on here on the right. Drawing past Vivian Poon, get it out to Eden.
Vivian Poon, Eden there. She does well to stay in field and recycle the ball, but again, Kazakhstan not letting go of the tackled player.
Good scrag D there from Kazakhstan as pressure's on.
Good drive here.
Keep it tight. Iris Lam knows that.
So Duck Lam looking for the pickup. Drives good D from Kazakhstan there. Hong Kong need to work hard to recycle this ball. And Jess Ho out to Jessica Eden. She's stepping.
There.
She's actually over the line, but gets repelled backwards by Kazakhstan.
Yeah, a little too high, girls. They need to get lower. I think they know that as Baltazar has a go. She's inches from that try line.
Big space out on this left-hand side if Hong Kong move this ball.
Couldn't get it out. Chin.
So good drive there. Rashini Turner's standing there as a one-off runner. Chow Mei Nam goes to the right. Duck Lam drives it in again. Some good work here, but all the space is out on this left-hand side.
Driven back Chow Mei Nam, but Hong Kong's still in control of this ball.
Hong Kong, that's great ball, having been repelled backwards, getting themselves back onto the front foot. But the ball a little bit slow to be recycled. Seems like we're going from one quick ruck to one slow ruck here.
There's Ryan, there's a bit of space here on the left.
Space
they need
here,
to get
they
it
need
out.
to catch.
Olsen Thorn out to Vivian Poon. She pins her ears
Great.
back.
Great work.
Excellent
Great work.
try there coming in from Vivian Poon. Hong Kong knew they had Kazakhstan on the back foot. Well taken advantage. Just what they were looking for 1 minute before the half time. Hong Kong get in front by 1 point. Excellent piece of play there.
That was great, great game management. kept the ball tight. They tried to move it once and got shut down in the midfield, but Vivian Poon is having a fantastic first half, really playing some good heads-up rugby. 28-year-old from the Tigers Club here in Hong Kong. And it gives Aileen Ryan a chance to extend the lead. So we're just seconds away from the half-time hooter.
Yeah, Hong Kong will be very happy with that. Must have been about the 12th or 13th phase. Keeping the ball in hand, width to width. Knowing the Kazakhstan girls defending very narrowly.
So this is Hong Kong's first international since they played a 2-test series in the Netherlands, where they actually won both of those games, and the Netherlands are ranked higher than Hong Kong. So Hong Kong punching above their weight these days, which is very good to see. And it's a good strike, but no cigar. And the referee, Takahashi, calls half-time. So Hong Kong struck very well there and go in at the break, 13-12 up. What are your first impressions, Sam?
Yeah, no, it's great to get the Hong Kong girls scoring at the end there. You know, Kazakhstan started this game off strongly. All momentum was with them in the first part of that half. 2 early tries. However, Hong Kong have answered back with 2 of their own towards the end of that half.
Yep, so absolutely fantastic work, and a great testament to women's rugby here. Fantastic game that we have got here at Susai 1. We'll be back with some more talk in about 5 minutes' time. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to the Susai 1 Stadium. The lights are now on. The pitch is almost fully in shade. And we come back and it's 13-12 to Hong Kong.
Yeah, 13-12 to Hong Kong, Cookie. What an exciting first half we had. It's going to be an exciting second half. 2 tries, both for the Hong Kong and Kazakhstan team.
Okay.
I can imagine that they were both fairly tense half-time runs from both coaches. Royce Chan, also similar to Anna from Kazakhstan, one of the most decorated Hong Kong players of all time. So that's a good restart. And Kazakhstan nailed it and put the ball forward.
Yeah,
good pickup by Aileen Ryan there.
Solid pickup from Ryan. There was a bit of confusion there from the Kazakhstan team as they cleared it, so it probably didn't get the meters they were after. Poon switches back play. We've seen this several times from Hong Kong. Just poorly executed. But you've seen them switching up play several times, Cookie.
Yeah, it was...
exploiting that blind side.
Behind.
Ball just put out to the fingertips of Aileen Ryan, and she unfortunately couldn't hang on to the pass. Kazakhstan with Yurova. Good athletic leap there.
4-person line out. Of course, gets the ball out to Kamendrovskaya.
Krasina playing at scrum half, and they're now under advantage. Abisheva with that red headgear, trying to get out to the edge and make some ground here.
Yeah, Kazakhstan will be lethal on the edges. You could see they've not used their wingers much so far in this game, keeping things quite tight.
You can actually see from the formation here, they're very, very flat across the back here, not giving them much opportunity to move the ball wide here. Shearer drives the ball in. Great counter-ruck by Hong Kong.
Excellent counter-ruck coming in there. Iris Lam, Rossetti, and Chow Mei Nam being a pain in that ruck breakdown.
And Jess Ho goes quickly.
Sees a bit of space here. Vivian Poon.
She glides across the ground there. High tackle on Tash Olsen-Thorne. The ball's knocked on, but we're
momentum
back for
here
the
for the
advantage.
girls. Let's go, Jess Ho. She knows that's on. Kazakhstan. The balls at their heels.
Out close to that touchline. Got to say that's poor execution, having got Kazakhstan really under pressure there to get bundled out into touch.
Yeah, I agree. You can see what Jess Ho is doing. They're trying to speed up the game in the second half. You know, the fitness was going in favor to the Hong Kong girls. They want to start this half with the momentum they finished on at the second.
And fantastic service there from Sarah Monaghan, delivering us coffee to try and warm us up here in this freezing cold commentary box here in Hong Kong. Another athletic take, but the ball wasn't straight from Kazakhstan.
It wasn't straight. Hong Kong chose to compete there. Pressure was enough. They forced the error, and the scrum's on.
Interestingly, though, something you don't often see called, it was not straight, but it was drifting down the Hong Kong side. With a really athletic leap there by Sazantova. So Hong Kong got the first opportunity to put some pressure onto the Kazakhs 5 yards out, and they've got the full width of the field to play. We've got Jess Eden hugging this touchline out here in the 5 metre channel.
Good feed, solid
Good scrummage. Ryan to Thorne. Vivian Poon steps inside.
Bay came off her wing and in the middle of the back line there, which gave them an extra player.
Vivian Poon deceptively strong in the contact. Uses her feet very, very well. Agnes Chan looking for somebody to latch onto her there, driving close, about 5 metres out, under the shadow of the post here. Hong Kong really applying some early pressure here.
Yeah, Kazakhstan, they're just making the tackle and they're moving away from that ruck, so all 15 are on their feet. making it hard for the Hong Kong girls. However, they're doing well to retain the ball.
Kazakh defence is pretty tight. They're only spread about 5 metres either side of the posts in the centre here. Hong Kong can get a couple of quick balls and move the ball wide.
Olsen Thorn, she's in.
Straight through. That is a fantastic score. Tash Olsen Thorn. So some real patience from Hong Kong. And as you said, Sam, it looks like they have been told to speed this game up.
Speed this game up, but as you said, Cookie, good build up there, nice and patient. The forwards picking and going, keeping it tight.
Thank you.
Good defense from Kazakhstan. They were not committing anyone to that ruck. However, on the edges, when you get that ball out to Olsen Thorn, give her an inch and she will score a try.
Absolutely. As we said, she's certainly the most experienced player out there. 25-15s caps, and I would hate to imagine how many sevens tournaments that Tash has played in. She's been one of the star icons in women's rugby in Hong Kong now for many a year.
Yes, Tash Olsen Thorn. I recall playing with her, and the fact that she's still playing makes me question how old I am. However,
maybe you retired too soon, Sam.
She is really an experienced player and well deserved to be named as the co-captain alongside Shun.
So Ryan, pretty tough kick from wide out on the left-hand side. Just that sliver of sun in that corner of the ground now. It's a good strike, but the flag stay down. So 18-12 lead. A fantastic start to this second half. 6 minutes in, and it's basically been all Hong Kong.
Yeah, they need to continue with this momentum. Kazakhstan have not had any chance to get into the second half.
So Askarova with that long blonde ponytail and the multicoloured hairband kicks off.
Decent bit of height, but it's well taken there by Baltazar.
Very good drive there. Taken about 4 or 5 metres after she took the contact. Aileen Ryan hits a low, flat one. And I've got to say, gets a little bit fortunate there. And the ball squirts into touch off a Kazakh attempted charge down. And Hong Kong have a put in here for Iris Lam.
She would tell you it was all planned.
Great take there by Rashini Turner. Ball back on the inside there. That's a new tactic, but well met there.
Yeah, Agnes Chan taking that ball into contact, hit heavily from the Kazakhstan defense. You know, this is Kazakhstan's strength here. They're going to muscle up in that contact area. Ball's out. It's a bit of a confusion there from home.
Breakfast there. The referee had called maul, and so the Kazakh player continued to try and hold on to that ball, although it was on the floor. But it looks like Hong Kong have still got possession of this. And they pick and go. Jess Ho tidied that ball up well, like all good scrum halves do. Jess Ho,
Chang,
one of the more experienced players in this team, 13 caps.
Chang latches on there to Chame Nam, set up a good platform for Aileen Ryan to kick off. Just puts the Kazakhstan girls back down in their own 22. Ball's taken back, so they can't kick it out.
I've got to say, Grishina has covered an awful lot of turf for a second row, kicking the ball out of hand, and there she was back in the backfield.
Ryan sees a bit of space. That's a great
So
kick
Ryan,
here.
Fantastic kick.
It's
And that is a
50-20.
50-22.
Let's
First
see
one of the
what
game.
touch judge does. An excellent play.
Really good heads up rugby there from Aileen Ryan.
Yeah, that's always been a strength of Aileen Ryan. Since she was young, she reads the game really well, knows how to play strategically. Saw a bit of space there, kicked it out towards the right, and
Looks like we've got an injury.
Hong Kong get rewarded.
Could be Duck Lam down on the... So substitution for Hong Kong. Rossetti Chang.
Agnes Wing Wong.
making her debut. Big smiles there from Chow Mei Nam, welcoming her to the field. So the 24-year-old Tiger comes into this front row. A little bit of work on the calf muscles there for Borlung.
Yeah, she's had a great game so far, Borlung. She's been a physical presence in that scrum. She's had several ball carries in the rucks as well.
You would never believe she were on debut here today. So
it's a Turner, but it's disrupted there from Kazakhstan. Once again, they just don't know quite what to do, Cookie, when they're clearing the ball out.
They slipped the ball forward there. Chow Mei Nam really getting her players hyped up here. She may not be the captain anymore, but she's leading from the front with every play here.
Yeah, the Hong Kong girls know they've got Kazakhstan under the pump, so they're going to keep that pressure on, not making any play easy.
So Kazakhstan's front row making some complaints about the way that Hong Kong are scrummaging. But I don't think it's going to stop Borlung going hard for this. We're going to get a really good opportunity to see how she matches up on this side against Yurova. And something that you don't see too often these days, a complete mismatch on the hit there.
I see.
Hong Kong hit on the call and Kazakhstan were late in coming in.
There's nothing to engage to, was there, Cookie? Iris Lam.
Back to the days of when I used to play rugby, that kind of scrum engagement.
It didn't stability, so please.
Mind you, there were T-Rexes and Velociraptors roaming the earth back in those days, so it was a different time and
only
a different
10
age.
years or so ago, Cookie.
If only. So the referee having a conversation with her ARs in Japanese there. So Jess Ho with this feed.
The scrums have been good so far in this game, but Hong Kong have got a real advantage here. Just parked up in front of the posts. Options left and right. They just need to win the scrum first.
There. Duck Lam does well to pick that ball up.
Advantage here. Ryan with an open play.
Ooh. So this will be interesting to see whether they opt for the posts.
Ryan was lucky there. There was a poor pass from her, but advantage was on. I know what they want to do here. Some decision needs to be made.
Duck Lam did very, very well under pressure there. And this is not something that after the first couple of scrummages I expected to see, that Hong Kong would opt the scrummage.
I agree, very brave call. Pressure was on in that previous scrum. As you said, Lam Tian had to control it at the back. She needs to do so here. Needs to be a great clean hook. As you know, the Kazakhstan girls will get a secondary push on, and they do just that as Duck Lam picks it up.
And comes back. She doubles around.
Jess Ho sees a bit of space, inches from that try line, but momentum's on here. The Kazakhstan player needs to roll.
Kazakhstan player's not cleared out there.
Yes, and it's a try. I'm called the try too early. However, I'm pretty sure I saw it dotted down. Touch judges disagree. They're having a review here. Everyone thinks they've scored here, Cookie.
I think Chow Mei Nam got through there for the touchdown, and then I think she realised it wasn't going to be given. So we're trying to listen in hard on the ref mic, but my Japanese is not so good. How about yourself, Sam?
Discussion, heated discussion here. Tough. Unplayable ball is being called. No try.
Chow Mei Nam cheekily asking the referee if it was a penalty.
So touch judge had the better view there, Cookie.
Yeah. Would have been time for a TMO to have been in action there. But fair play to Chow Mei Nam. I think she realised the referee hadn't seen it, and so she dragged it back across the line to keep it in play.
Not quite sure what's happened
So
here.
the referee's changed her decision
To a goal line dropout.
goal line dropout, which could favour Hong Kong because they obviously need to make sure that they make a good catch on this and then bring it back hard. So
Still in the 22. It's gone.
letting the ball
Hong Kong
bounce.
girls let it bounce. Who needed to be on that? It's fallen in favour of Kazakhstan. Poor play there by the Hong Kong girls.
Yeah.
No option. She's looking which way to go. This has always been Kazakhstan's downfall in the second half. Their clear out from the 22 has been poor.
So it looks like lock forward Grashina has now moved to the halfback position. So for all of those John Eales comparisons you were given, I did never see him taken over from George Gregan. That's a poor pass. So that'll be a scrum 5. So some really good pressure there from Hong Kong.
Yeah, they just can't seem to clear that ball out from their own 22. Their exit play from the Kazakhstan girls is not organised at all. And it's not helping them. It's keeping this Hong Kong team in the game.
So Borlung is now really struggling with cramp. It's the second time that she's gone down with cramp in that left calf. She's had a tremendous start to her international career here in this first 55 minutes of this game.
She has Borlung, phenomenal player. However, the substitute player for her is Lee Ka-shun, who herself is a fellow Hong Kong legend, ever so experienced, and the co-captain. So it would not be a bad substitution. Brings the experience you would need.
Number 3 check.
So, as you say, it will be... does look like that Borlung is struggling. She's still down in goal. And I'd say that this is a pretty crucial scrummage here. So far in this half, Sam, the entire game has been played for this first 15 minutes in the Kazakh half and much of it in the 22. As we look, the Hong Kong crowd in early Christmas mood there.
Yeah, this seems to be a shot of the Valley girls who, I don't know, cleverly or smartly or unwisely planned a boozy brunch before this game.
See, there's a pretty decent crowd in here. They're all on this stand side. Fantastic, and there we go.
Fan club for Wing Wong.
For Wing Wong.
It's great to see the Women's Premiership and Women's Leagues, of course, have stopped this round so they could come down and support their fellow teammates. You can't quite see it if you're at home, but there are a couple of hundred people sitting just under Cookie and I, cheering these girls on.
So the women's game, I think, in the last few years has taken a massive shot in the arm, and the World Cup in New Zealand was absolutely fantastic to see, Sam.
Yeah, Cookie, that was unreal. I had the pleasure of being down there for the game. Just phenomenal. Women's rugby really firming their place. You know, the skill set of the girls, the physique of the girls. Once you put resources behind them, they go on to do great things.
Okay, so we're back. Time on now. Referee Takahashi.
Looks like the change has been made. Bolton, Sikam has come off.
So Shun on this tight head now.
Excellent body pressure.
Immediately a good shape there. Duck Lamb.
Jess Ho needs to get tries to back herself.
Probably did the right thing there, and Eden might have got bundled into touch had she given the ball there. Chow Mei Nam digs it out.
Nice and low. However, Kazakh girls under her. You're keeping it tight here. Jess Ho once again switches
oh,
up play.
fantastic play.
Gets it out. Jess Eden, second try of the game. Great read and play there from Jessica Ho. She saw the winger had come off. Jess Eden had acres of space in front of her. Back into Eden's hand, and she gets her second try of the game. Cookie. 23-12. Excellent start, Hong Kong.
That, I feel, was a pivotal score in this game. Really good to see Jess Eden, like every good winger, hug that touchline, and Jess Ho saw it and played it really well. As we said, Jess Ho, one of the more experienced players for the Hong Kong team. She was there in Ireland in that big game that they played against New Zealand. They came on the wrong side of a big score, but she got to face down the hacker.
Yeah,
and,
she did. She had a try-saving tackle against Portia Woodman. Jess Ho, that's her
claim to fame.
Claim to fame. However, you know, just the way they scored that try there, Hong Kong have been changing direction in the way they play. Traditionally, choosing to go from open side to blind side. In that phase, attacking the blind side, getting rewards.
So without doubt, Royce Chan has changed things up at half-time. Another good strike there by Aileen Ryan, but off to the right. So 23-12, 17 minutes played in this second half, and this very partisan Hong Kong crowd pretty excited and animated now. This will set up a great evening in Hong Kong for the supporters to enjoy.
Yeah, there's an 11-point lead here for the Hong Kong girls. Just over 20 minutes left in this game. They'll need to play smartly and get that ball down into the Kazakhstan half, as Jess Ho looks to do that. It's charged down.
Charged down by Shearer and immediately strikes back. In fact, that wasn't Shearer. That was the young 18-year-old Telenganova. And I was told yesterday by the Kazakh management that this is a young girl to watch for. She flits between playing back row and on the wing. So a real knife to the heart there. All Hong Kong had to do was clear that into touch. And the charge down immediately brings it back to 23-17. And I thought that Hong Kong were just about to close the door.
Yeah, excellent play there from Emila Talaganova. You know, charging down that kick, putting pressure on Aileen Ryan. She didn't have much people around her. Thought it was a bit of an early kick out. And unfortunately, well read by Talaganova.
So, Gracina with an opportunity to narrow the gap. It's about 7 meters in from touch on this left-hand touchline. And not the greatest strike there from Gracina. So the score remains at 23-17, but I'd have to say very much game on.
Very much game on. Excellent play there from the Kazakh girls. What an answer back, try for try. Putting pressure back on Hong Kong.
In the first half, Hong Kong remained composed when they were under some pressure, and they need to do the same now. And both teams conceding scores, and then for the resulting kickoff, not nailing the reception and putting themselves under pressure.
Yeah, kick receipts will be a lookout for both teams this week, I reckon, during their trainings. We've had a couple of knock-ons on the kick receipts from both sides. But Hong Kong will look to get back the control they had. Once again, solid scrum, excellent secondary push coming in there from Shun.
Good scrummage. Eden from her wing drives in. She's been held up there, and we're now into a maul. The ball goes to the ground, and the Kazakhs come away with the ball.
Eden needed to hold on to that ball.
I'm pretty sure that the front row would be pretty upset with such a solid scrummage to get up and see that the Kazakhs were coming away with the ball.
Poon gets it out to
Poon
Ryan. There's
to
a bit of space here to Chin. Jess Eden.
Jess Eden, great step inside. Looks after the ball. Good clean out there.
Excellent line speed coming in there from Kazakhstan. This pressure is on here. They're not committing enough. However, fortunately for the Hong Kong girls, they've fallen off their feet. Ho will take control here and slow the clock down.
So it looks like Aileen Ryan is going to kick to the corner here. It's going to be important that she tries to carve off as much as she can, but even more important that she makes sure it goes into touch here. Measures this one. Kicks to the corner, and it is a good kick. Probably about 7 or 8 meters short of the Kazakh line. So Iris Lam, the only Hong Kong starter in the front row remaining. Let's see what her darts are like this time. An early jump by the Kazakhs.
Mistimed jump there from the Hong Kong girls, but it's gathered by Chow Mei Nam. Fortunately for Hong Kong, they're still in control.
So good drive there from Shun.
Excellent
Chloe Balthazar.
line speed there coming in from the Kazakh girls.
Chow Mei Nam driving it forward. Good clean out there by Shun Lee. And Balthazar on that ball again. She takes that into contact. She's met pretty ferociously, but doesn't get knocked backwards.
Yeah, they're keeping it tight here, the Hong Kong girls, trying to build their phases.
The Kazakh defense is still not narrowed up as it did in the first half.
No, they're
And
not committing to the ruck breakdown here, Kazakhstan on D. The tackle is made and they're getting back up on their feet, which is good practice for them.
Balthazar's probably her 3rd carry in this set of phases. Hong Kong making some steady progression here. Some good work here. It's hard work driving this in with this ball here.
Keeping it tight. They're tiring the Kazakh forwards out. They really are fronting up to this physicalness.
Balthazar
Ho gets it out. She's trying to stay in there. Olsen Thorne, I believe. Agnes Chan wants the ball.
So Jess Ho digs that ball out.
Wing Wong is driven back, however, she's still in control. They're building the phases here. Jess Ho sees a bit of space on the left. It's read by the Kazakhs girls that they've covered it.
So they really have held their width much better in these couple of plays, but it's gone backwards. Balthazar gets back on the ball.
Bit of confusion there from Chloe Balthazar.
Kazakhs immediately off their feet.
It's an unfortunate play there. Jess Ho was trying to build. Bit of miscommunication, and Balthazar kind of ran back. Got in the way of the clearing pass. I think Hong Kong was trying to build up to a penalty there, Cookie.
I think they were. They weren't really making much of a dent in the Kazakh defence there, and unlike earlier parts of the game, the Kazakh defence stayed wide.
We have a change at the scrum half position. So Yi Kei Shirley on debut in the 15s game comes on for Jessica Ho. Shirley, a player at Valley and in the Sevens program. She's been fighting for that number 9 position and well deserved. Gets her opportunity to shine.
Absolutely, big boots to fill, because I think Jess Ho has been one of the better players.
Agree, she's got 15 minutes to make an impact here.
So Duck Lam, that's a good sharp clearance. First ball away there from Shirley.
Agnes Chan, excellent run here. She's got Sabay on the left. Sabay Lynham, good cut in.
Steps inside, good D, and good following from Hong Kong Chow Mei Nam as there. So Agnes Chan, who got this off and running.
Once again, exploiting that Kazakhstan blindside. Shirley saw a bit of space, got it out to Agnes Chan, had a good run. Sabay takes it, and now they're trying to rebuild. She needs to roll away here, the Kazakhs girls.
So Shirley So, that's a bit of a loose pass to start with. Obviously a
So on
big...
here, Vivian Poon gets it out to Jess Eden, who steps in.
Oh,
Excellent footwork coming in from
footwork.
Jess Eden.
Just left the ball behind, and Hong Kong will have to be sharp here, but just forcing her into touch. That was phenomenal work by Jess Eden there.
Yeah, manages the sideline well, Jessica Eden. Good footwork, the pressure was on. Had a little dance, did well to stay in, but unfortunately just couldn't get that offload. Vivian Poon was on her shoulder.
So we're time off with about just over 14 minutes to go in this game. It's poised on a knife edge, 23-17. Tash Olsen is down. For those of you not familiar with Hong Kong, a lot of our rugby here is played on 4G surfaces, and we've got a rather lush green field out here, so it's taken an impact, particularly on the calf muscles.
What does mud feel like, Cookie?
Having grown up in the mud and rain of England when I first came to Hong Kong, we didn't have 4G pitches, but everything was bone dry, and I used to struggle with shin splints and all sorts of things because everything was so hard and fast. The Valley pitch was a dust bowl. You probably remember that.
I do.
Growing up around that pitch with your father on the
Certainly
sideline, I would
was a
imagine.
dust bowl, Cookie. Certainly was.
So Hong Kong will be very, very anxious for Tash Olsen-Thorne to get herself to her feet and hope that she's in good shape. She's a pretty pivotal part of this team.
Yes.
Much of what she's been doing in the last little while has probably been playing sevens tournaments, not having to go 65 minutes deep.
Yes,
So-
this is pretty much the number of minutes the Sevens girls would play on the weekend.
So Jess Eden in shot there. She's got a brace already, this 22-year-old.
Back on.
But that is one challenge both teams actually are facing is, you know, the integration of the Sevens girls. I'm aware some of the Kazakhstan girls came straight from the Dubai Sevens to this tournament, so hadn't had an opportunity to play 15's game yet, as there was a line-out disruption here.
So Rashini Turner had the ball into her hands, but it was a little bit low, and the Kazakh player managed to get in and on the ball.
Of course, 14 minutes left in this game. Substitutes still be made. I can see a number of Hong Kong girls warming up, getting ready to get on. The impact they have will be very important.
So to date, penalty given away by Hong Kong in the front row there. So still to date in this second half, Sam, the only time that the Kazakhs have held the ball inside the Hong Kong half is when Tulaganova charged the ball down and ran 5 meters.
Yeah, territory certainly has been in favor for the Hong Kong team.
So
Coming away with 2 tries to 1 in favor to Hong Kong in the second half. And as you said, Cookie, they have not had much territory down in the Hong Kong's half.
Keep the gap.
Eden did her best to try and keep that penalty kick in field, but didn't manage to. So Yurova,
Good time.
great take there by Chow Mei Nam. Saw that somebody had gone off her to try and make the intercept, so she
Agreed.
just held the ball. Really
Credit to
clever
her
play.
lifters, Wing Wong and Shun Lam.
So
Got her up.
down this blind side, good work. And that's pretty much a deliberate knock on there.
I felt that too. Advantage is on. Poon's got a free play at this.
Be very interesting to see whether it's deemed deliberate or not. So Poon gets the ball to Ryan. Rashini Turner pops up in the midfield.
Fortunately for Rashini, there was a penalty called.
No, I think it's a scrummage.
Knock on.
So was very much a mid-out to stop the pass being made with no hope of ever catching it. So I'd say Kazakhstan have dodged somewhat of a bullet there.
Referee Assumed she probably would have intercepted it. However, we had a different view up here. As the changes are being made, some substitutions for the Kazakhstan. Number 16.
Maggie Ao Young looks like she's coming onto the field, replacing Chloe Baltazar, who's had a phenomenal game so far.
Tiger for Tiger here. Chloe Baltazar, as you said, has had a phenomenal game. And this player too for Kazakhstan, for me, Kamendrovskaya, has been the forward of the day. They've taken her off with 10 minutes to play.
And Daria Simenkova replaces her. You mustn't forget, Sam, that this is only round 1 of this Tolly B Spirit Cup. We do the same again at Hong Kong Football Club next Saturday. Jess Eden popping up on that wing there. Steps on the inside.
Yeah, she's had several carries
Shirley
of the ball, Jess Eden, so
making
far.
sure that the referee gets them onto the back foot there. Another phenomenal carry by Chow Mei Nam.
Turn up. It's on here. Agnes Chan takes on her opposite flanker.
Great work there by Chan. Shirley So, after that one loose pass, really making sure she's done well there, because she's got in and helped with a clean out there. She's got a sharp pass.
Agnes Chan, she's held up, but she's got to release. Her knees are on the ground. Plays on. Hong Kong building up the phases, and once again getting it out wide. Chin tries something different here. Goes for the kick, however, it's well. They need to bundle her into touch, and they do just that. Shira.
Got to say, that was a phenomenal catch and return there by the Kazakh team.
Yeah, Hong Kong trying to play it up differently there.
Shira.
Not quite sure that was the right option. However, Kazakhstan taking the ball out here, so Hong Kong are back into possession with it. A knock-on's being called. Chow Mei Nam knows there's 10 minutes left in the game, so they still need to be on attack here.
There's absolutely no way that Hong Kong can ease up here. So, Shirley So with a feed to this scrummage.
Yeah, you have to binding for
Things have been a little bit messier since some of these replacements have come on in the front row, Sam.
Yeah, okay. You're binding.
So, referee Takahashi, no truck with any messing around in the front row here.
Sorry. Okay. Back on, sorry.
This is looking more like an England versus South Africa men's game, with the amount of time they're taking to pack these scrummages down.
Better looking players there, I think, Cookie.
Absolutely.
Shirley So with the feed. She's had a good impact since she's been on. She gets that ball out quite fast from that ruck area, and I say that as she's pressures on, but it's cleared. Sabay Lynham, excellent pick up and go. Vivian Poon backs herself against Shira. Tackler needs to release. Choosing to go quick. Once again, all the possession and territory with the Hong Kong team.
So Chow Mei Nam carries the ball for about the 75th time in this game so far.
Something's
Rashini
on here.
Turner.
Vivian Poon sees that. Natasha Olsen-Thorne. Agnes Chan, she does well to pin her ears back.
She's covered every blade of grass on this paddock today. Shirley So just make sure. Great drive there by Shun Lee. In over the ball, but a good clear out there.
Once again, switch up and
so
play.
There's space down here on this blind side.
Agnes Chan.
Chan is in for the score.
Great play there. Once again, exploiting the Kazakhstan blind side. Agnes Chan gets the crucial 5-pointer here.
So Chan has been instrumental in the early phases of that. She got to the outside edge earlier and really made the dent, and then a couple of phases back on the inside, and she held her width. Really good slick passing there.
Yeah, excellent slick passing there. You know, they've done that several times, haven't they, Cookie? Set that ruck up, switch up and play and gone down the blind. Certainly going to be a fix-it for Kazakhstan this week.
There's a number of players in this Hong Kong team have been absolute standouts. I think Vivian Poon, Tash has been there, Jess Eden with her 2 tries. Sabay Lynham has come in and really made some telling things. Jess Ho and Aileen Ryan, I think, well, in actual fact, I think you could just pick out, I think everybody's played their part.
Name the team there,
Yeah,
Cookie.
everybody's very much played their part.
Yeah, the Kazakhstan girls started this game strong. They're still in it. There's still 7 minutes to play, so let's not write them off too early. But all the control has been with Hong Kong. They've had all the territory and they've had all the possession, and they're making most of the ball when they do have it. They're playing smartly, playing with momentum, exploiting that blind side.
Aileen Ryan won't thank her fellow players because they've pretty much scored every try wide out.
Yeah, that's just brushed the post there. Solid kick there coming in from Ryan. But she's going to make up for what happened when they last scored. They need to build a solid platform.
They really need a good kick-off receipt here and a good exit. So with about 5 minutes to go,
Sunny, time off. Thank you.
we've got time off, maybe for a water break here. Kazakhstan with everything to do here. 11 points to the good Hong Kong are with about 5 minutes to play.
Time back on.
So Askarova
Option.
puts the ball direct into touch. I always used to figure that should be a hanging offence.
Yes.
Yeah, you could see she went for the short kick, trying to regain possession. However, didn't just quite go the way they wanted it to. Hong Kong facing a scrum here. They've done well in the scrum so far, the Hong Kong girls. As we've got another change here, Zoe Smith, number 23, comes on for Natasha Olsen-Thorne, who's had a blinder of a game.
And a huge cheer there for Tash Olsen-Thorne as she leaves the field. But as I said, this is just round one.
We've also got another new player on, the youngest player in this game, Georgia Rivers, 22. She's one to watch for the future.
When you say 22, that's her shirt number.
That is her shirt number.
18 years old.
Number 22, 18-year-old. Really excellent vision, phenomenal set of hands. I'm excited for her future. And she runs a dummy line there.
So Ryan, oh, fantastic kick there.
Excellent kick there from Aileen Ryan.
And that's deemed technically a 50-22. I guess with the scrum on halfway, it goes both ways. So that is Aileen Ryan's second 50-22.
Yeah, that seems to be that set play off that's halfway scrum is the 50-22.
So Fiona Gott and Michaela Baltazar about to take the field.
Once again, these two debutantes, Fiona Gott, Hong Kong Football Club hooker, and Michaela Baltazar from the Tigers, follows her fellow sister, Chloe Baltazar. It's great that these young girls have an opportunity to get their first cap.
So 4 minutes to go.
Missed throw there, but it's gathered by Shun.
Chance for Hong Kong to make a real statement here.
Georgia Rivers
First
goes
touch
in for
of
the
the ball.
fin.
Does well, gets the ball back. Shirley So. Oh, good drive there. Shirley So clears that ball again. And there's Chow Mei Nam leading from the front as ever. And now Hong Kong look to clear this ball wide.
On back, Clayton.
Go
There's
forward.
no referee disagrees. I'm obviously miles away from that ball. Right call has been made.
Time off.
So the pitch at the moment looking reminiscent of a battlefield.
Sevens girls going down with cramps, a bit different from a 14-minute game, Cookie.
Absolutely. Vivian Poon
Blue 1.
struggling.
The impact the Sevens girls have had on this game, Jessica Ho, Jess Eden, Vivian Poon, Agnes Chan, have really done well to come into this 15 setup and add value.
So a further replacement for Kazakhstan, bringing on Tankasheva onto the tight head side of the scrummage, 18 years of age, and she's on debut, so she's the only debutant in the Kazakh team here. As I've said, they've got 8 players who are 18 and 19, so we could well see a number of these girls out here on this pitch as stars of the future for many years to come.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting for Asia Rugby. Both, you know, Japan, Kazakhstan, and Hong Kong actually bringing in a young group of girls, getting ready for those competitions, WXV, the World Cup. It's a good sign. Asia Rugby is in a good space. Early push here.
Free kick there. Should probably lost the opportunity to go quickly now, so maybe they'll come back for the scrummage.
Yeah, immediately you saw when that free kick was awarded, all the girls trying to take control of this game. Cool, calm, collective decision making.
Listen to my car, okay? Listen to my car.
With 2.5 minutes to go, probably the right call to lock it up in this scrummage. Hong Kong want to make sure that they can finish this game off, close it out. Their game management in the second half has been absolutely fantastic. If we had the territory stats, Sam, I think we'd probably be looking at about 80 to 90% territory for Hong Kong.
Most definitely in the second half. Hong Kong have just been the more controlled team. You know,
so Jess Eden ranging out on that left wing there now. Great
excellent
offload.
tip pass. Just challenges that defender a bit more. Wing Wong with a strong carry. Just Hong Kong need to be in control here.
The ball's bobbled away there, but not releasing.
Yeah, Kazakhstan getting frustrated, aren't they? Can't seem to get into this game. They're disrupting that ruck area. However, referees calling it illegal. As you can see what Hong Kong are trying to do here, Cookie. Control the tempo of the game. Having a shot at goal. About a minute left.
I think this is a sensible thing to do. Circle the wagons. Make sure that this win is finally closed out. As I've said, this is round 1 of a 2-test series. Hong Kong want to make sure that they keep their powder sufficiently dry to hopefully close it out next week with another win. This could be a real shot on the arm for Hong Kong's rankings in world standards. Whenever you can beat a team that's above you, it gives you a big boost. And Aileen strikes that perfectly right over the black dot.
31-17. Hong Kong well in control of this game. Smart play, choosing to take the kick. They know there's no pressure on them to score the points here. It's all about game management. You see her big smiles, and certainly well deserved. She's done well so far this game, Aileen Ryan.
Could be an interesting bookend that she made the first score of the game, and if Hong Kong can clear this ball off the pitch, she's made the last. And a little bit of a scruffy old end to what was an absolutely enthralling game. 31 points to 17.
Thank you.
Hong Kong run out. Very, very deserved winners there.
Very much so, Cookie. What a phenomenal game the Hong Kong girls have put in today. You know, no one knew quite what to expect. We haven't played Kazakhstan in several years. You know, Kazakhstan made the qualifiers, couldn't quite get it over in Dubai. Had a couple of games to review and watch what Kazakhstan were like, and the Hong Kong girls have really put on a good show. They were well in control, had all the territory and the possession, and have come away with a phenomenal win.
I've got to say credit to Royce Chan and her coaching team. They seem to have prepared the girls very, very well. As we said, that second half, the game management and the territory, smiles all around there. Tash Thorne back on the field. Jess Eden with a brace there as well. She's got to be very, very happy with that game.
Yeah, tactically, Hong Kong outplayed Kazakhstan here. You know, they didn't go to Kazakhstan's strengths. Switching up play in the ball, picking up that momentum. Kazakhstan have got a lot to work on. There were some good players there from the Kazakhstan team, and they did look good ball in hand, didn't they, Cookie?
Absolutely. I thought very much in those first opening 5 to 10 minutes, I thought Hong Kong could easily be under the pump, but at no point did Hong Kong lose their heads or lose their focus or lose their way, which again is big credit to the leaders on the field and also Royce and her team. I thought Chow Mei Nam, I thought she was absolutely outstanding today. Agnes Chan, you know, she stepped up at every point when Hong Kong really needed something, and let's be honest, she put the final nail in the coffin with that try at the end.
Yeah, totally agree. You know, we talk about the leaders and the captains being Shun and Tash Olsen Thorne, but the team has several invisible leaders, as you said, Chow Mei Nam, Jess Ho. It's great to see them playing. You can see the crowd really appreciating the results here.
It's been a fantastic day for women's rugby here in Hong Kong. A really good crowd there. Someone with a sign, Gai Yao Hong Kong.
I wonder who did that.
But smiles all around from the Hong Kong girls, and a very deserved win. But as I said, it's just round one of this two-test series for the Tolly B Spirit Cup. So next week in Hong Kong Football Club, I think it's a 3 p.m. kickoff as well, so it'll be fantastic to see as many of you down there as we can. And fantastic to see some Kazakhstan supporters in the crowd as well.
Yes, of course. Can't forget the Kazakhstan team. You know, they've put in a good effort to come all the way here, building themselves. This is their first 15s game they've played in a long time, so they will be a threat this weekend.
Without a doubt, and this is very much a team for the future. Speaking with their management and coaches yesterday, 8 players under 20, an average age of 23. I think we're going to see some superstars for many years to come that are going to come out of the adversity. And there she is, that iconic coach.
Yeah, Anna Yakovleva.
Okay, so a huge day here for women's rugby. A great win for Hong Kong, running out 31-17. Thanks very much for your time today, Sam.
Thank you, Cookie.
And thank you, everybody. We'll see you all next week.